So you are from Kanyakumari district?
Yes, sir.
What is famous in your district other than coconut and all?
Sir, the geographical landscape is a very special one, sir, because it has the confluence of 3 great seas, and it is known for the one of the long coastlines. Then after that, the architectural specifications also are there, sir. For example, Padmanabhapuram Palace and Suzindram Temple. So in that side also it is very famous, sir.
What are your postings, preference you are given in your main application?
So my first preference is IAS and second is IPS, then IFS.
Okay, first you are given IAS, then
yes,
IPS.
Yes, sir.
Why you are given IAS, not IPS? Why I am asking you?
Yes, sir.
Your father is he was from police department.
Yes, sir.
And you are also having NCC B and C certificate, which is very rare. Then why you have not opted IPS? Your personality is also strong enough to become police officer. Why you have opted IAS? There is some craze on that, or?
Yes, sir. From the small age, the passion towards collector was more. It's not like IPS. I don't like IPS. When I'm comparing that, I will try for IAS, and I will be satisfied with IPS also, sir. But my preference is like that. But I don't have any specific reason for that.
So you want to become an IAS officer? You want to become a collector of a district?
Yes, sir.
Okay. When you become collector of a district, what are all the powers you are going to have? Since you have read the public administration,
Yes, sir.
what are the role of a district collector?
Sir.
With respect to election, I am concising the question.
Okay, sir.
With respect to election, what are all the powers of a district collector?
Sir, collector will act as the returning officer for that district, and he will be in charge of taking care of the law and order also in the due course, because he will be giving guidelines to the police officials and all. So that is the
only role with the election.
I can come up with that.
So what are the general role of collector?
So generally the development administration part will be taken care of the collector, and after that the revenue collection function will also be overseen with the other department staffs.
So that is why you call collector, collecting the revenue.
Sir, in the British era the nomenclature was named because of the financial administration part he played, sir. But now his scope has widened into development administration, and he's bringing social change aspects and reaching out the schemes of governments to the public is a main role. And apart from that, in the disaster management, he plays a crucial role in connecting the specialists and all the personnels down, sir. Then apart from that, in the law and order also, he has a close relationship with the superintendent of police, and identifying what are the key conflicts and what measures to be taken to address that, sir.
What are all the posts you will get in state government or central government in the various departments after getting into IAS? Can you able to tell what are all the posts in promotional way?
Sir,
first you will be posted as what?
And deputy
you
collector.
Studied public administration, that is why I am asking.
Yes, sir. They may be posted as a deputy collector in a district. Initial.
What is the difference between this deputy collector, assistant collector and sub collector? We have all this. We have 2 of this in our state.
Yes, sir.
What is the difference?
Sir,
So you are these postings you are not going through in the Hindu paper.
sorry, sir, I am
if
not
they
clear.
are coming from group 1 services, they are called deputy collectors. If they are coming from direct recruit, they are called sub collectors, assistant collectors.
Yes, sir.
So that's the difference. So what are all the other posts you will get after collector?
Sir, secretaries to the departments.
Straight away secretary?
Joint secretaries and secretaries to the departments will be there, sir.
So what is the highest level of posting for IAS? Highest level of position?
Sir, cabinet secretary, that will be the top civil servant of the country,
That
sir.
is the answer I am expecting. Nobody knows this. Since you read public
Yes, sir.
administration, you are aware. Okay. Prabina, you read computer science as your degree
Yes, sir.
subject, but you have not opted computer science.
Yes, sir.
There are 2-3 questions from that. You have got very high CGPA, 92% in computer science, in the two Anna University syllabus. Why you left computer science? Very high score, sir. You must be the university rank holder in few subjects or...
No, sir. It was an autonomous institution.
Okay. Autonomous.
Yes, sir.
Theological institute. Okay.
Yes, sir.
But it is a very high score, 9.27. So, what do you know about binaries?
Sir, the entire computer science digital language is based on the binary digit, that is zeros and ones, and it will be a machine readable form.
With the 0 and 1, you can construct any number.
Yes, sir.
For 27, what's the binary structure? You answered all my questions except this preliminary question, simple question. 27 we can construct, no?
Yes, sir.
Then okay, leave it. What do you know about gates?
So there are many logical gates in the operations. The important ones are the AND gate, OR gate, that they form the base of that.
OR and AND.
Yes, sir.
So what is the output of AND gate?
So AND is like some addition thing. So when 0 and 1 comes, the output will be 1, and 0, 0, 1, and 1, 1, 0 also will be 0, because in binary system 1 plus 1 will be taken as 10, and the last digit will be 0, sir.
Is it correct? Okay.
Sorry, sir.
So you know about C language, no? C, C++, Unix. I will not leave you because you have done your computer science with good CGPA. What is the difference between C language and Unix? One small basic difference. It's a very important language, you might have used and compiled for so many programs.
Yes, sir.
What is the difference, basic, fundamental difference between C and Unix? You heard about Unix, no?
Yes, sir.
You are not aware.
Yes.
Unix is one of the strongest program. Okay. You know about the flip-flops? Flip-flops. It's important in computers. Without flip-flop, no computer will work. That is types of flip-flops, you know?
Sorry, sir.
I'm not aware. So you are also proving the same. All engineers, but they are not sound with their own subject. Okay. Now we will go for your. So since you studied this public administration, there are so many theories available in public administration about the district administration, state administration and all.
Yes, sir.
In our country, we got so many empires ruled, like Maurya administration, Gupta administration, Mughals administration, Khilji administration, Tughlaq administration. Before independence, which administration you like most?
Sir, I would like to quote about the Mauryan administration.
Very good.
And their, because I feel that their administration techniques are relevant even till date. The one thing I would...
Source. What is the
yes,
source?
Sir. The main source is Kautilya's Arthashastra, and the one thing I would like to quote is, recently I read about the Prevention of Corruption Act, which identified 22 types of corruptions act, and in Arthashastra, Chanakya has already quoted 44 types of financial embellishments in that time itself. Then, so that is very relevant even now. Also the intelligence system, that is very needed for a law and order and the national security. So that was very strong during their era. So not only on this governance side, even in the people friendly, they are initiating old age pensions, and when someone are getting hurt in the army and all, they have their army doctors and treatments going on. So these kind of welfare activities which we follow now have also a base in that. So because of this relevance, I like Mauryan administration.
Mauryan administration. What do you think about present administration? whether it is fully governed by elected representatives or bureaucrats?
Sir, the main decision makers in a democracy like India are the elected representatives, but in such a large country, complex and diverse country, they cannot be ruled only with the help of the political executives alone. So they need the specialization and the expertise of the bureaucrats to govern them. So here the bureaucrats act as a linkman between the government and the ones who are governed. So in that way, it is not a government of bureaucrats or only political, it's a cooperative government system, sir.
It's a cooperative government, that is your answer. My question is whether these bureaucrats are working for people or working for elected representatives?
Sir, the end goal of both elected representatives and bureaucrats are the welfare of the people, sir. So they both work in tandem for the people's interest.
If they would have worked in tandem, we could not have an unemployment problem. Still we are having unemployment problem.
Yes, sir.
Why? Our schemes are failed or one or what? Government has initiated, both central government and state government initiated lot of schemes.
Yes, sir.
But still, we are not able to give any proper solution to the unemployment for the last 71 years. Why?
Sir, one of the major things is the penetrations of the scheme has not reached the grassroots, and the increasing population is also playing its major role. And the other thing is there are a lot of initiatives going on like Skill India mission, which has recognized the skills and all, but all the knowledge and those skills have not translated into the considerable jobs because of the lack of employability and that. So now the measures are being taken to bridge these things. There are many jobs and there are many people without jobs, but there is no proper linkage between them. So now they are focusing on that so that the issue can be addressed, sir.
So one of the problem is population growth.
Yes, sir.
Are we controlling the population growth?
Yes, sir. After
in terms of reality, not in terms of paper, in terms of reality.
Yes, sir. Population has been reduced, sir.
What is the percentage of population growth? It's growing exponentially or linear?
Sir, exponential growth is not in the present times. So we have crossed the population explosion stage, and now it's towards the stabilization phase, sir. So, but statistics
are we having enough resources to have sufficient for this population for another 20 to 30 years? Are we having enough resources? Still we are not having enough resources for the existing population.
Yes, sir.
Still we are importing many things.
Yes, sir.
As I am talking about food grains.
Yes, sir.
If we are adding more population, can we be able to sustain?
Sir, there has been a issue of this resources, and that's why we are switching towards sustainable solutions. So that we can even occupy more population and their needs. So this sustainable agriculture and those things can able to cater those needs, sir.
Compare the population growth between India and China. There are so many statistics coming in the newspaper by comparing these two countries' population. What is the projection? I am asking. Forget about the first projection.
Sir, in China nowadays the youth population is decreasing, and there is an increase of old age population. So because they were stringently following the one child policy, and that caused their demographic dividend also. But for India, according to the reports, there is a 20 years window for harnessing our demographic dividends, sir. So within that we can able to reap the youth population's dividends.
In terms of statistics, I am asking. In 2050, what will be our projection? What will be the China's projection?
Sorry, sir.
In 2050, we are going to lead China as far as the population is concerned. Okay, last question from you. You recently heard about the dogfight between India and Pakistan.
Yes, sir.
What are all the war planes used in that?
Sir, from the Pakistan side, the US aircraft F-16.
F-16.
Sorry, sir.
No. Tell something. F-16 they have used. Okay. From our Indian side?
I'm not clear about that, but I think it's MIG aircrafts.
MIG. It is correct. It is correct. Because there is a deal between Russia and India, deal between France and India. You should have written all these things.
Yes.
MiG and the Sukhoi from Russia.
Yes.
Mirage from Rafale. Mirage and Rafale from France. So it's a basic thing, no? At least you know about Teja.
Tejas.
Teja. Tejas, wait. Teja. Tejas means you are talking in Hindi. Teja. LCA, you know? LCA. You want to become collector, you want to protect that district only. You have to save entire country, ma. Teja is light compact airfare developed by our own technology. Okay.
Yeah. Prabina, so I take it from sir's questions. One of them is skill India, right? So now, Indian academia is averse with skills, right? So there are two types of skills. They speak about hard skills and then soft skills. And then they link with unemployability and unemployment. So India suffers from unemployability,
Yes.
not unemployment. So in that context, how are you going to observe teaching soft skills in India? What do you mean by soft skills?
Sir, soft skills are the skills like communication, which can aid their personality development. So those are called soft skills. And
How many soft skills are there?
I'm not aware of it, sir.
There are 69 soft skills.
Sir, then how to channelize that unemployability? So one thing is revising the curriculum of the higher education, because the enrollment ratio of the higher education is around 25%, but in that also employability is very low because of the absence of industrial linked curriculum. So in computer science, what I see is nowadays everyone is speaking about the artificial intelligence and their applications. So, but in the college curriculum, still artificial intelligence papers or something, knowledge about that is not there, or projects based on that. That is very low. That is very project specific. 1 or 2 guides only know about the details of that. So when you are able to do that industrial linked things, that and in the practical based curriculums are revised and the marks are given for that, then this unemployability in higher education can be addressed, sir. So along with that, we also need such qualified personnels linked to that industrial setup and current dynamics, so they can give that insight, sir.
Okay, good. My next question is related to energy. Okay, India should promote alternative energies, right? So we have rich energy sectors in India, right? So can you name some of the alternative energies, how they can be generated?
Sir, the first source is solar energy. So solar, after the Paris Agreement, we are trying to increase our solar energy generation capacity to about 100 gigawatts. So the main thing is the rooftop solar power plants are being promoted, so that each household can be self-sustainable in achieving their energy needs. And other than that, in the farmlands, so around the agriculture fields, when they have some vacant land, the solar trees concept are also been introduced, so that within a small area, lot of energy can be harnessed and utilized. Then the schemes are also linked with the solar energy, like Urja schemes, like solar power plants are being given as an affordable price to the farmers. So these kind of activities are being taken to promote solar energy at the grassroots level, sir. The next one is the wind energy, sir. So the wind energy, there are a lot of wind farms. Now the concentration is being on offshore and onshore both, not only on land, even on the seashores. The intensity of the wind will be very high, and they are now reaping those potentials also through the inputs of National Wind Energy Research Institute, sir. So that thing, and about the solar power plants, the major drawback is the maintenance of the solar plants, because near Kanyakumari there is a big wind farm, Muppandal and Arulvaimoli site, sir.
What is the name given for wind energy at sea? They give one name. It's called blue infrastructure.
Okay, sir.
Blue
Infrastructure.
Okay, thank you. Thanks.
Okay, sir.
So in a public administration, there is a saying, in a hierarchy, everybody reaches to his or her level of incompetence. Have you heard about this? What does this mean?
Sir, this was a criticism for Weber's theory, that is trained incapacity. So that is, a person will be trained for a lower level of the job, and when they are rising up to the hierarchy, they will only have those technical and the skills which they are used to.
Is it true in India's say bureaucracy? Do you think people who are in the senior positions, they don't have the capability to perform those roles, and in a system they get automatically promoted every 3 years?
No, sir. I don't think that is applicable uniformly everywhere, because our selection process itself is not only for a lower level. So we are testing for the skills even of the top management level and decision making skills. Also the experience which is adding in the job process will equip them with the necessary skills.
But is there a performance appraisal process in government? I don't see any performance assessment process in the government as it is in the corporates. How do you ensure? How do you say that they really have skills? Is there a performance appraisal system?
Sir, recently I read about the 360-degree performance appraisal system in the government sector, sir. So they have introduced that so that even the...
Now, if that is the case, why are you going for lateral entry? Why is the Prime Minister of India is talking about lateral entry, and there is a talk, there is a discussion, reports saying that lateral entry is going to increase in number.
Yes, sir.
So does that not mean that we lack this skill set in the bureaucracy? And hence we go for a lateral entry. People like Nandan Nilekani was brought in.
Yes, sir. Sir, my opinion is that in the why they are going for lateral entries for a project-specific thing. That is, the UAIDA was newly created, and when a specialist like...
so you are not for the idea of collaboration between the corporate and the... so you are someone who support permanent bureaucracy?
Yes, sir. But no, it's not that just permanent bureaucracy, sir. What I feel is for a case-by-case approach, when we feel that their service of a person outside private...
The US is very successful without permanent bureaucracy. What do you think? US is very successful without having a permanent bureaucracy in place.
Sir, but our socio-economic conditions and theirs is different. They have largely some homogeneous set of population. Okay. And for ours, we need a permanent system and merit-based system.
Okay, what is the difference between honesty and integrity?
Yes, sir. So honesty is one of the value, that is being truthful, and we are not going against any norms. We are being truthful. But integrity is a high level thing that is not, it comprises all other values like being honest.
What do you think is Indian bureaucracy is suffering from? Do you think it is suffering from honesty or integrity?
So there have been instances of integrity also, because the vigilance...
Name me two model officers, IAS officers in India known for their integrity.
Sir, in Tamil Nadu, Sagayam IAS officer is known for his highly integrative service, sir.
Okay.
Then apart from that, I'll also like to quote Alexander Paul, IAS from Karnataka, sir.
Okay. So have they won any awards? Any like Max etc. Any awards, international awards? Are they locally known or are they pan-Indian character?
Sir, Sahayam sir, because of that granite case and his studying for that, he's known all over India. But in case of Alexander Paul sir, he has got award for innovation in public excellence. So for his ground level initiatives.
What is Nyamgiri movement? Have you heard about Nyamgiri movement?
Yes, sir. It was for tribals in the Odisha.
Which tribals? What is the issue? Which tribal?
Sir, I'm not able to recollect the tribal name. Nyamgiri Hills was worshipped by those tribals as their deity. And when the private mining company began to do that...
What is the name of the private name?
I think Vedanta groups. Yeah. So they were doing the mining and it was destroying that mountain. So the tribals were organized. Main person was Samantara. So they organized the tribals against that, and so that the mining should be stopped, because the tribal displacement was also a concern in that phase.
Last question. You are talking about population stabilization. Tell me what is India's current TFR. I'm not asking 2001 TFR. I'm asking current TFR, total fertility rate.
Sir, it's 2.2, sir.
As per which data source are you using?
It's a National Family Health Survey.
When was it published?
Sir, I don't know because they are national.
So still we will be producing 2 1/4. Every couple will be producing 2 1/4 children. So it's a desired rate. You think it's a desired number?
No, sir. As per our national population policy, the desired total fertility rate is 2.1, sir. When we are achieving that, we will get a replacement level fertility, sir.
Why aren't people still convinced about e-commerce?
Ma'am, so traditionally we have been cash-based transactions. So they get the sense of satisfaction when they go see a product, touch and feel that texture, and then we pay, we get a satisfaction. That is one main reason. The next thing is the e-commerce payment system. So they do not get a trust on that. Even the old people and middle-aged people, they think that when we link our bank account to that, our money may disappear or some fraudulent transaction may happen. So because of these things, they feel that cash-based transaction is very safe and satisfactory.
And still fraudulent transactions do happen.
Yes, ma'am.
So as an administrator, what steps will you take to take care of the fraudulent transaction?
Ma'am, the normal transaction, why it is becoming fraudulent is most of the time because of the lack of awareness on the usage. That is, they disclose their key information or PIN numbers, or they without reading the norms. Every app will have a set of norms, and we don't read that patiently, and we will tend to give I agree for everything and allow for everything. So these basic norms first should be cultivated among the users now. Second thing is increasing the security wall and firewall of those architects is the second one. But with this basic user, there cannot be a fail-proof architecture now.
What do you think will be the impact of US having withdrawn the most preferred status?
Ma'am, according to our Indian data, we won't have a drastic impact on our trade because our exports to US and their trade balance is not very deficit with the US. So we won't have a drastic impact, but the small level players may get affected because of that, because even a monthly decrease of them will affect their income.
What is GST? Is it a success? What is your take on GST?
Sir, goods and service tax was intended as a one nation, one tax concept. So it subsumed already existing tax regime, and it sought to bring a uniform taxation around the country so that the ease of doing business will be there, and formalization of the business can be brought in, sir. So according to me, initially because of lack of understanding and creating the base level awareness about the vendors, there was a lot of outcry regarding GST. But now things are getting stabilized, and the norms like e-way bill and tax credits, they have started to pay their dividends, and workers are getting used to that.
Is it a success?
Yes, sir, it's a successful one, sir.
Okay. What about demonetization? Tell me about demonetization. Whether it is achieved the goal?
Sir, the initial aim was to reduce the black money and counterfeit currencies, but later the RBI itself revealed that 99% of the notes returned to that. So the objective was good, but on the ground level, if they have been some proactive steps like that ATM maintenance and the banks have been given proper instruction before, it would have been a more successful thing. But because of that, the public outcry and what are the difficulties they faced, I cannot come to an opinion that it's a 100% successful one, sir.
Okay. Recently there will be general elections in Government of India. Your states also going to be, there will be election in the Tamil Nadu also. The states is known for vote for cash. What is your take on this? Whether people are ready to vote for the cash now? Is it happening only in Tamil Nadu or some other states?
Sir, the vote for cash is a serious problem in Tamil Nadu, but it's not only happening, it's happening elsewhere, but the intensity is very high in Tamil Nadu, sir, because recently an election itself was cancelled because of money distribution by the Election Commission. So the reason for that is the money is always acting as a need for the people, and they are not satisfied with what they have. I would like to quote Abraham Maslow's theory here, sir. That is, he says that even a person who has attained the self-actualization in the higher post, for them also money will be always a motivator because the needs are ever increasing, and with increasing money they will keep on increasing the need. So this is the social attitude of the people. But groundworks and many awareness campaigns, what is the impact of that? They just think even if I am not getting the money, someone else is going to get, and they will put what change one vote can make. But the value of one vote, and if you are voting a wrong person, the impact for the next 5 years, this is now being spread through the social media and other awareness campaigns. So when this is properly educated, their attitude also will change.
Is the failure on the part of election commission in respect of cancel of election Arkenagar? Is it a failure on the election commissions to bring the culprit in the beginning or before the law?
So maybe because they do not have some evidence of who did and what was happening, they were not able to bring this.
So that, what is your proposal for electoral reforms? Is the electoral reforms in India is enough, or we should be requires some more reforms? What kind of reforms you recommend?
Sir, the one thing is the election commission has been demanding they should be given power to deregister a party also in the RPA, which they do not have the power. So that will be a stringent measure, and the political parties will abide by the guidelines of the election commission. And other thing is moving towards controlled election expenditures. So now they have a thing, but they do not follow. So as per the recommendations of Indrajit Gupta committee, partial state funding of elections can be brought in, sir. But for a complete state funding, now our conditions are not viable. So partially we can induce that, sir.
Just one clarification. You are talking about Abraham Maslow, and you are saying that the very theory says that if some need is fulfilled, it no more acts as a motivator.
Yes.
But you are telling the reverse. You are saying nevertheless, people, whatever, still the self-esteem need is achieved, physiologically it is a requirement. That is not a theory.
Yes, sir. That was the criticism.
You are reversing the theory.
Sorry, sir.
Okay.
Are you a voter?
Sir?
Are you a voter
Yes,
of your Kanyakumari constituency?
Yes, sir.
How many times you voted so far?
Twice.
Twice.
Yes, sir.
It means you are not participating. You are almost 25 plus, no?
25. Yes, sir.
So after 18 years, you will become eligible to vote. Last 7 years, we got 3 elections. You voted on 4 elections. We have got only participated in 2 elections.
Yes, sir.
So you are neglecting democracy, it seems.
No, sir.
Voting is an important thing, huh?
Yes, sir.
Since you are a public administration student. So our interview is over.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
You can go. Prabina, come. We will share your interview feedback. So you are having good confidence level. Delivery is also good. Regarding this fundamental computer science questions, no, if any member from computer science, if you answer fundamental questions, no, you can make them happy. You will get 4 marks, 5% or 10% more marks. Otherwise, you got very good ranking, no, in your engineering stream. They will expect
Yes.
you be an all-rounder in all subjects. That is one thing. Then this defense, no, it's very important. Abhinandan has gone with make that F-16. Then you should recollect where is F-16, who has supplied F-16 to Pakistan, under what condition. When the US is giving F-16 to Pakistan, the main condition is it should not be used again. You have to tell all these things. The Indo-Russia defense deal is very, very important. For the last 40 years, we are talking, 50 years, we are talking about Indo-Russian defense deal. Similarly, Indo-France defense deal. Already Mirage 2000 has been supplied by France. Now Rafale also. Rafale is now burning topic, no? So you should bring it everything. So you are just evading or going away from the answer. Country is burning with Abhinandan issue. Because of Abhinandan issue, government may retake. People are talking like that. So you should aware what is the going on.
Yes.
You should aware of the current affairs also. One more question also regarding current affairs. not presented well. I think Madam's most favored national question.
Yes, sir.
So you have to improve on that. So otherwise everything is okay. You are bringing your public administration answer in many of the questions. That is good. As was theory and comments.
I think, I think you have done well. One place you said, just grammar, we can able or something, you can take away. Okay? Otherwise, presentation, you answered my questions well.
So this is your fourth attempt.
Yes, sir.
Fourth attempt. You are having great chance in interview. First time you are going for interview.
Yes,
Huh? You are having great chance. Being a lady candidate and your background, way of answering and everything, definitely you will get a name in the UPSC notice board in the selected list. We have to see which level you are coming, within 100 ranks or 200 ranks are there, but definitely your name will be there. When is your interview?
March 28th, sir.
28.
Yes.
You have another 18 days.
Last
time.
Yes, sir. 29th was the last one.
Last what month?
after
Last before day, sir.
one week after 1 week presented the paper.
Read the history of Women's Day also.
Yes, sir.
Women's Day, origin, history, themes.
Where are you going to stay?
Tamil Nadu House. only, sir.
Tamil Nadu
Yes,
House.
sir.
Already people are interviewed. No, many people must
Yes.
have attended this. You can.
They have sent the transcripts.
Very good. Nowadays, WhatsApp, everything is there. No, but you have to add more. But you have some basic knowledge in you. At least spend 1 or 2 days.
Yes, sir.
If any experts are there, now in that expert is there in that board, he will definitely he will feel dejected, no?
Yes, sir. I was preparing the application side of computer science, artificial
Read,
intelligence.
No. In order to pull you, they will ask
Read
fundamental
on
questions.
artificial intelligence,
Yes, sir.
IoT,
Yes.
robotics, all that.
Yes.
For 2 minutes.
Right.
Gusto to take a boring. Okay, ma.
Okay.
All the best.
So,
Sir, actually, I won't have a doubt. So for that election commission question, how I should answer, sir? I was not convinced with my answers. Money கொடுத்துருக்காங்கன்னு தெரியுது பட் வந்து கன்விக்ஸ் வந்து இது பண்ணல தென் போய் இட்ஸ் எஃபிஷியன்ட் அந்த மாதிரி
No,
கேட்கும்போது
you started, there is no evidence first. That is good answer only. Because everything is based on the evidence only. They have launched the FIR. FIR was registered against these parties. Further, it was not known. There are some technical problems. This was handled by the same party who is ruling the things.
Yes, sir.
It might have gone to some neutral person, some central agencies.
Thanks, sir.
Like that, you should frame the questions. You should frame your answer. First. Second thing, the electoral reforms, particularly for the RK Nagar and cash for vote, you can say that it's everywhere that it is more vigilant in Tamil Nadu. Because of the agencies like income tax is bringing, it may be available in other places like Bihar and Uttar Pradesh, but more vigilant because of it is being exposed.
Okay.
It is being exposed to the major level, and people also FIR has been filed.
It's the action taken by election commission, you can just remember 100%. You may not be biased, you may not be biased.
Another thing that you said, the cancellation of the party,
Deregister.
registration of the party, that is the good idea.
it is already there in election commission.
But they have, no sir, recently election commission, they have asked for some more powers. In that, they have said we can register a party. Under RPA, we cannot deregister a party. We need that powers.
Another good thing, recently they have a separate port for the politician to
Yes, sir.
write.
Fast tracking.
That you can
Yes,
add.
yes, sir.
There is some improvement.
More
One year.
awareness,
Yes.
more awareness, more paramilitary courses. You have to give suggestions.
Yes.
Instead of talking problems, it is better if you add more paramilitary courses, making more awareness like that.
Okay.
So
At any-
fast trial is required and fast investigation is required. You can suggest, that's all. We can't do miracles.
In a day.
Don't contradict government policies.
Yes, sir.
Try to go along with the wind. Go with the wind. Okay, ma, all the best.
All the best.
Thank you.